Samsik, Khan Siamin, uncle in Samsik's headquarters in episode 14, Khan accuses Samsik of being responsible for everything, and San stands up for him. Samsik attempts to reassure them both by bringing Kichul back into the picture as the issue and martial law as the fix. San chastises Samsik separately for going along with Kang's concern about when they will get rid of him. They split ways suddenly, but Samsik says they're still on schedule and that he always speaks from the heart. Hanmin encourages a reticent Choi to go as the newspaper begins publishing articles concerning the democratic breach. While San gets ready to don his Defender of Democracy cap once more and lead his Democratic squad in a demonstration against ballot snatching at the National Assembly. Hyunsuk goes up to Choi to reaffirm what Hanmin has been saying. They might actually lose this opportunity, depending on the outcome of the UN probe and the protests. Choi, meanwhile, is adamant that the coup has no purpose and needs to be justified. Compared to when they are at war, it's different. Samsik assures Khan one-on-one that he will eliminate Kichul and all other adversaries while also guaranteeing their survival. While they wait for Choi, Hanmin and Suil decide it's time to go ahead and approach Jang to gather forces. Moving now, they want to tell Choi later. Jang consents to mobilize, but he holds off on striking. Police erect barriers and are given the go-ahead to suppress the rallies while having the authority to use force as citizens demand justice for breaking the Constitution, with San among those leading the charge. Armed forces have assembled and are waiting for Choi's order. Even Gina, San's young niece, joins the throng and stays with her neighbor, who is among the leading demonstrators. Men carrying trucks charge into the throng, striking everyone. After seizing control of one of the trucks and putting Gina inside, the demonstrators advanced on the National Assembly structure. In the meantime, San and Woosyik drive aside police to organize rallies in front of the National Assembly. Samsik stands outside, watching the citizens go by as the streets fill with shouting citizens. Minkyu also makes a call to the president to impose martial law. Speaking with delegates about the UN report, Khan affirms that it is accurate and that the Ministry of the Home Office was the only one who gave it. Choi demands to withdraw as soon as he learns that martial law has been declared, but Hanmin suggests continuing on while they still have the chance. Jang, however, affirms the withdrawal since they are unable to prevail and Hanmin is losing hope and finding it difficult to remain composed. The National Assembly's Kichul talks should cover the economic deal between Korea and the United States. Kichul makes it apparent that he is unaffected by Rachel's suggestion that there might be opposing public opinion. San notices Yojin in the throng, even Gina, as the demonstrators get louder and more determined. Samsik battles his way through the crowd to reach Taemin, who says he has to do this because someone else has set up a bomb. The bomb-wielding cart blows up on Minkyu as the guys pushing it toward the assembly building fire into the throng. Khan kills a shooter with a rock to get away from the gunman. Samsik rushes in its direction at the sound of explosions, but Taemin retreats into the alleyways. Amidst the smoke bombs at the hotel, Hansu waits for people to leave Kichul's office. He's shot after discovering the signed alliance agreement at last. And remaining in an alley, hiding from others, Khan kills his assailant by beating him to death. There is gunfire everywhere, and Taemin is still looking for Khan as they fight. After Samsik saves him, a raggedy Khan apologizes for not treating him better during their time together. Police are pointing a firearm at Yojin, who is escorting Gina, outside on the street. San sees it coming and dives in, seizing the rifle and telling the others to hold fire. As the military tanks start to roll in, everyone disperses. General Choi then gives the order for the military to put civilian safety first before stopping in front of San. Samsik pushes Khan in the direction of a car in an attempt to assist him flee. However, Taemin waits outside and unintentionally shoots Samsik while pursuing Khan. The military appears around the corner and opens fire on Taemin as he murders Khan. Samsik laments in the confessional what a cruel and lonely place the world is, and how people have rejected him because of his mistakes. Sand talks about the preparations and pledges that were abandoned when so many people started to congregate in the streets. Episode analysis. Now that everyone is gripped by a violent protest/counter-protest, Samsik and Sand speak individually about loneliness, with Samsik being forgiven for his transgressions and Sand perceiving a higher force in the masses. In the heat of the moment, both behaved automatically to defend the person in front of them, even if their goals used to be in sync. Samsik protecting Yojin and Gina while saving Kang and San. Although Samsik is initially positioned between Kang and San in the episode, it appears that plans were altered as the waves broke in, as stated by San. Notably, every one of the men who end up interrogating Choi is not only a member of the squad, but also actively encourages Choi to carry out the coup. However, Hanmin and probably Choi end up taking the blame afterwards. Maybe this is the reason Hanmin is killed in this manner and interred in an unmarked grave, closing the circle on the man who has all the inside information. Innocent people are attacked, bombed, and shot in the streets for calling for democracy, which the nation is said to have already achieved. It's a really dramatic incident. Midway through the episode, there's a really good bit of cinematography that keeps getting better all the way to the conclusion, capturing the congested, occasionally smoke-filled streets and the extent of unhappiness. It's intercut with black and white video that may be old records of the 1960 incident. I'm not sure whether I'm prepared for the following and last two episodes in light of this. Are you in agreement? Which Uncle Samsik pawn is your favorite? Right now, anyone may be the culprit. Tell us in the comments section below.